What's up, guys? It feels like it's been forever since I've seen you. Where have you been? Where have you been? Today, One Take Sunday. So you know what that means? We start here in the back of the store and we work our way up to the front. Do a little fish store update, shall we? All right. Back room. Kind of messy. Same old back room, a little bit of changes. Let's talk about some of those changes. Not much to talk about there, just a mess. So we've been using this CJ pump. I think they call this the Zero for our freshwater fill-ups. This has been our freshwater fill-up bin, which has worked out pretty good for us in the last couple of weeks. And I like it. It's mobile. You know, we have that sump pump type design that we just throw in there. This pocket hose, not great, but it seems to do the trick. It's a little bit slow, so it kind of gives me some time to do some other stuff. Also gives me that opportunity to not get distracted and not overfill tanks, because I haven't done that yet. All lies. We got here a 65 gallons, kind of interesting in its layout. This was actually dropped off to us by a customer who is in the process of upgrading to a Red Sea reefer. They decided that they didn't need it, didn't want it, didn't want to deal with selling it, and I didn't want to sell a used tank, so I figured what better use for a used tank than that of a quarantine system. So this tank is set up, ready to go. I was trying a couple of things. We did have a bunch of fish that came in this week, and I was kind of at a point where I'm like, I don't know, might need a couple extra tanks because I got quite a few fish in quarantine at the moment. And we set this guy up real quick. I got some baskets in case I needed to keep some fish separate, even though that they were in the same system. But yeah, this is a quarantine system or quarantine tank that we're going to do. I am going to try these baskets. Obviously, I'm not going to try it with fish that, you know, potentially could be eaten by the other fish, but just try to keep things a little bit separate. We will, I'll have 2 baskets in this section, 2 baskets in this section, and then we got the whole bottom of the tank. We're running 2 sponges, 2 heaters. The electrical, not quite the way that I want it at the moment. Kind of ghetto. We got a drip loop though. It's always important to have your drip loops. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do need to lengthen up that airline because it'll float too. Something I was considering was potentially having these buckets for very quick quarantine tanks. I do have 2 of them. I got one holding my RODI system, but I was thinking maybe I could utilize that bubbler in the back, throw a sponge filter in there, heater in there, and quick little quarantine tank. So some of the fish that we have in quarantine, some of these are fish that we're holding for the customer that actually dropped this tank off to us. He's got a wrasse, coral beauty, a couple of clowns, yellow tang. I think I have some fish in there as well. In this tank we got coral beauty that's absolutely stunning, and a dotty back that was returned to us. The trigger, tank's a little cloudy right now, needs to be cleaned. And up top we got some firefish, got some good old-fashioned firefish, some purples. Once we got coral beauty up there, then I got a second quarantine tank. We had a file fish in here for our customer, special order. So a lot of things in the quarantine tanks. We got stuff in the freshwater quarantine tanks as well. Not nearly anything as exciting as we have in the Angel's being a little aggressive. Some guys are a little hungry. But yeah, we got some cool stuff back here right now. And I want to get some more fish in. I was looking for some larger fish for this 65 gallon, maybe a tang or something of that sort. There was a purple tang that was listed, but I didn't pull the trigger and it's already gone, so it's kind of a bummer. But I sure would love me some purple tang. Middle room, middle child. It's not nearly as messy as it normally is. I mean, it's a little messy. Pretty messy. I take it back. Not really a whole lot going on here. We'll probably just skip through this. Let's get to the fun stuff. Let's get to the fun stuff. What we got? A lot of sand or substrate available. Kind of getting depleted on the aragonite. Ooh, water box. Water box looking on fleek. That's right, you heard me, on fleek. We're hip here, we're cool. Coral's doing pretty good. I don't know if I've talked about this or not, but I hooked up the old doser. Been doing a little bit of dosing. And the SPS corals are pretty happy with things right now. Probably gonna due for a water change. But yeah, everything's doing good. Got one trachea that's a little bit upset. I got my Gornian that's growing into the glass. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm really not sure if I want that to continue. Dragon Soul's looking awesome. Got some new eyes developing on the edge there. That Monty Pora, man, I know you guys can't see it, but it is stunning. Stunning. The old Cali Tort that we got right here is looking pretty awesome. This purple stag's doing pretty good as well. Green Slimer behind that, thickening up, good coloration. I threw this purple dude in here. I actually had him in between these two corals right there, but that Sinularia was getting a little touchy-feely, so I had to throw him up there real quick. And then they got a Walt Disney there. Looking pretty good. So I don't have a skimmer on this, but just goes to show you don't need a skimmer to be successful. Or have a tank that looks pretty good, because this looks pretty good right now. Legs, flies, just sitting on it. Yeah. So the Red Sea is on the last leg of it being cycled. So we'll start having some fun with that. Really digging the aquascape that we got going on in there right now. I think if we could just find one little rock, just kind of go psh, little splash right there, that'd be pretty awesome. But I am definitely digging the rock work right now, even with it being mismatched. And we got the frog. Little frog sanctuary on the top. It's fun. Good times, good times. Alright, so live foods, doing good. We do have copepods listed on coralsunlimited.com, so if you guys want to grab some copepods or copepods or however you enunciate it in your neck of the woods, we got that. We also got some big old brine. Look at these brine. Look at them brines. I'm crazy, brine. Okay, you crazy. Freshwater fish, yeah, they're fresh. They're fish. Pretty cool stuff. These guppies, let's pick out a few things of interest. Start off with these guppies. I already kind of alluded to that. But we got some pretty cool guppies going on right now. These are green Dumbo ear guppies. Those guys are pretty cool. What else is a fan favorite of mine right now? I'm digging these guys, these cherry barbs. These cherry barbs are like unreal, especially the males. They are absolutely stunning. Did the little tank maintenance here. Little tank maintenance. Always doing the tank maintenance. And then we just finally sold our albino carbensis today. Has a nice little setup going in there. So we're gonna have to find some new fish here. That's pretty much it for like super exciting things. I really would kind of like to get more setups looking like this. I kind of like the water a little bit of tinted and the driftwood. I ordered driftwood, man. I thought, like, I ordered $200 of driftwood. That's what I got. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. $200 of driftwood. That's crazy. It's crazy expensive money. Very, very tempted to just go in the woods and start cutting trees down and throwing them in the lakes so I can make some new driftwoods, because yeah, that's crazy. But we got some kind of cool little pieces, you know, for somebody that's doing a nano setup. Yeah, it's like perfect. But somebody like me, if I'm gonna put wood in a tank, I want like a big old hunking log. Like, I want like the fish can't even swim, like a big old piece that goes like across the whole tank, and got that whole thing going on. Yeah, freshwater fish doing good. Live rock still being live. This tank here is suffering. I'm not even going to show you guys because I don't want to deal with the comments. It's bad. All right, I'll show you. Look at that. Algae bloom. Oh my word, somebody get me a UV sterilizer. Stat. UV sterilizer stat. That is so bad. I did about, I don't know, 100-gallon water change. Oh God, it's so bad. Yeah, leave your hate comment down below. Oh, algae bloom. Look at that. So bad. Frozen, still frozen. I am like tapped out on fish. I got fish in quarantine right now. I'm going to put together a small little order of fish so we can get some stuff in here this week. Obviously, some of the fish that have been in quarantine are ready to come out to the floor Thursday. So they'll be out on the floor for Friday. We'll move them Thursday night. I've been doing a very therapeutic dose of copper in there. I got it at 1.75 parts per million. And for a lot of the fish, I haven't seen any signs of illness so far. We're running Prezi Pro, we're running Copper Power, so stuff's looking good, but we definitely need to expand, because I feel like there's definitely a connection with having fish on hand in the sales that happen in the store, because I am dwindling in the fish department, and I also things have slowed down a little bit from a sales standpoint as of late, but we're doing all right. Still doing good. Still doing good. Corals, been doing a little bit of fragging. Sorry, we don't have a blue filter, but it still looks good. Still nice looking. Got a bunch of acros here. We got the $30 section filled up. I sold a ton of maize brain today. Big old colonies like that guy right there. In fact, those two pieces are really the only maize brain that I have left. But I think I need to re-up on the $30 section here. I like to get some more acros in here for the stick heads that come in that are few and far in between. But I'm finding out for sure that folks really aren't interested in the big pieces, even though I've sold a bunch of big pieces today. Folks are mostly interested in the little frags. They want to grow them out, get them big, chop them up, and do the frag thing. Got some awesome mushrooms going on here. Got a Jason Fox, lose my finger right here. Jason Fox blue bounce. Got the Star Kiss, Sun Kiss, Star Kiss, whatever. Chocolate starfish bounce. Yep. Got blue bounce in here. Got an elephants in here. Scullies. I got a big old scully order coming in this week. Probably the most scullies I've ever bought, and you guys that come into the store know how I feel about my scullies. So keep your hands off them. Keep your hands off them. Dory, doing Dory stuff. Still doing very well. She's very fat. She's fat. or getting fatter. She's a good looking fish, minus all the scars, but she had a hard life. Now things are getting right. Yep. $25 bin isn't so $25 anymore. We got some other things creeping in here. We got a couple clams creeping in. We did have a bunch of flower rock anemones that are gone. Sold them all up. We've got this little tiny $10 section right here. Got a bunch of grade B frags, which I just wanted to see how they go. It's so funny to me that I have this whole bin, which, I mean, loaded. Got quite a bit going on here. Obviously we got some real estate there, but you know, I don't want to crowd Dory up too much, but we got all this frags, and more often than not people just tend to gravitate to this tank. They just tend to come over here and hang out and check stuff out. I don't know, but tank's looking all right. We got some algae going on, some algae stuff still. We gotta add a little bit of water here before we leave, because tomorrow's Monday, store's closed. I probably won't be in. It seems like the last couple of Mondays, though, I've had some sales happen. This past Monday, I actually got a message from a gentleman where his tank was leaking, and he was like all casual about it. He's like, "Hey man, got any biocubes for sale?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I got a couple." "Why, what's up?" "Oh, my tank's leaking, and you know, I got a bunch of water in the living room right now, but I know that you're not open today. I'll come by tomorrow." And I'm like, "Tank's leaking." Like I was more wound up about it than he was. I'm like, "Dude, like I'll drive to the store right now, get you set up with a tank. I'll be there in 20 minutes." Like I was all like, and he came over. He was just like all like, "Gee whiz, thank you," and not like, he was just so laid back about it. It was crazy. If I was in his situation, I'd have been like, I'd have been freaking out. But he was very, very casual about it. We got him a new BioCube, and we made a sale on a day that we weren't technically open, but I guess that's what the website's for, right? He bought it on the website, came here, picked it up, and you know, got a little coin for the store, and he got to not completely soak his living room. So that was a good deal. Dry goods have been doing all right. Oh, almost forgot. You know, I don't get to talk to you guys so much anymore, and I got some pretty big news. I finally have got the whole FedEx thing straightened out. So we are going to be working on online coral sales here pretty soon. As soon as I get this bacteria bloom under control, we're gonna start building out some more systems, and I'm thinking about putting those back here. See, this is why we wait until 18 minutes into the video, so the folks that are just like, "This is lame," and click off, don't get to see this kind of stuff. But we are going to be setting up some frag tanks, and I'm going to be putting them along this wall right here. What I'm thinking about doing is 3 low boys to start out. You know, they're 40 gallons a piece. Most guys use them. They're pretty easy to go. I don't know if that's necessarily the direction that we end up going in, but that's what in my mind at this point in time. Obviously, I'd have to get an electrician in here to get that ground fault indicator out. And also the lighting situation, I'd like to kind of figure that out as well. It's either that, we put some big old tank right here. I don't know yet. Maybe we do both. Maybe we put tanks there, maybe we put a tank here. And then I had grand plans for the back here, but it seems like it's turning into a tank fiasco. But big news, we got the whole FedEx thing straightened out. Obviously FedEx is still kind of a mess with, you know, delivery times and all that, because that continues to be a problem I have on my end. I've been experimenting with ordering later in the week, getting the orders that are coming from California to Maine later in the week, because, you know, what I assumed was happening is that all these like sales that happen over the weekends when people have money, they all go out Monday, and they're still backlogged into Tuesday. So Tuesday, you know, Monday spills into Tuesday, Tuesday spills into Wednesday. So ordering things and having them arrive on Thursday has seemed to be a little bit better of a scenario, getting things here on time. So that's gonna do it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be in the know every time that I upload a new episode. This has been One Take Sunday. I will see you very, very soon with a brand new video. Peace.